We are in Golden right now, and we are going heliskiing tomorrow.
Are you sure about that?
I've been kind of asking myself that over and over and over again. It's like, are we actually going heliskiing tomorrow?
I don't know. We'll see how I feel in the morning.
Hey Kyle, in a fight to the death between me and a bunch of birds, who do you think would win?
I don't know.
Okay, so what if all the birds had arthrogryposis?
You would.
Oh, yay. I have a condition called arthrogryposis multiplex congenita. It's a big long word that basically means that all of the joints in my body are stiff. So I have about 2 to 4 degrees of flexibility in the joints in my limbs. I have skills. I've been driving since I was 4. And I also have very little muscle tone and muscle. So living in my body on a daily basis is, I kind of describe it as moving underwater. And every movement that I make is kind of heavy.
There's just so much freedom and flexibility that we can go at whatever pace we need to go. Let's just make it fun.
I
That's
like the way that
part.
goes. So you must be Katie.
That's me.
Katie, thank you so much.
No problem.
We can't thank you enough for this.
No trouble.
It's, I was
We're
just
all
saying to
aboard.
Jeff, it's, you know, you're making a young lady's dream come true, and wow.
That's a privileged
Pretty
thing to be
amazing.
part of.
My name is Scott Courtemanche. I am a CAD certified instructor. I'm Grace's former ski coach. Since Grace graduated our adaptive ski program here in Fernie, I've just been her ski partner.
I started skiing when I was 14. When they pulled out the sit ski, it kind of threw me off. It's like, this looks like a baby pram. I was like, I don't know if I want to get in this now. And I was kind of looking at my mom and hoping that she would show some signs of nervousness so that I could call it off. But she knows as well as I know that once I take the idea into my head, I've got to give it a shot. It was probably one of the most touching experiences in my life, where I finally got to have that moment where, oh, I get to forget that I have a disability. I get to forget that I am in a wheelchair. And I get to forget all of those labels and everything that people say about what I can and cannot do. And I just got to live in the moment and be truly free. And I think that's what made skiing such a special experience in my life. Point of no return, huh?
Anybody else want something? Yeah. It is a dodo.
I can't sue nobody no more. My mom's like, don't die, don't die, Grace.
That's always my number one goal every day that I go to my office. I don't want to do anything dangerous with people.
Yeah.
I want to ski powder and have fun.
Yeah.
Making dreams come true.
I have all these friends that are like, please text me when you're alive.
Yeah.
Okay, so what can we do if there's no release? That happens right away, whoever's in it, you see it, yell out as loud as you can. Avalanche, so everybody knows, okay?
What happens if a second avalanche comes down? This is the only time you can change the setting from 3, so that's you can just go straight down.
Avalanche!
You won't have to worry about it. I'll control your happy medium and everything else. So, okay? Just take a deep breath. This is fun. We had the same talk at FW. To be honest with you, I wouldn't trade my time with Grace for anything. She enriches my life in ways that I couldn't even begin to describe.
Grace takes the place of a daughter that I had pass away in 1989. Grace came into my life at a point where, you know, she was 19 years old already. There were all these new experiences that she could have. And to see the laughter and hear the laughter, the squeals of joy, the no, we can't go there, and then oh, hey, that wasn't so bad, let's do that again. It's rewarding when you hear things like, I can't breathe because the powder is going up my nose. To have her want to do it all over again, it's just thrilling. Grace posted a video on my Facebook called The Edge of Impossible. My comment was, if they can, why can't we? We contacted Tony, who's the gentleman. Tony Schmiesing is the gentleman that was the first quadriplegic to ever heli-ski in Alaska with Points North. So we contacted him and asked him, you know, really what was entailed in doing that. How did you get around loading the sit ski into the basket and all that kind of stuff? But he encouraged it every step of the way. So it went from being kind of a fuzzy dream and being a possibility to something that was really tangible and something we could really sink our teeth into.
I'm a hardcore sit skier. Pretty much as badass as you can get. My body is kind of screaming at me right now.
Go ahead.
Got my legs.
Yeah, I got your legs.
There we go.
There we go. Forward a bit. There we are. We're in.
I'm feeling really awesome right now. It's still just kind of clicking in that, yeah, I'm cap skiing right now.
So I've been skiing for about 5 years now, but it was about 3 years ago that I ended up having to stop because I had a crash and I ended up getting very severe whiplash. So last season was my first year back on snow. I ended up meeting Scott, so he ended up jumping on board to try and help me with getting more comfortable in the sit ski.
What I did is I took her seating and I took her body position and said, okay, well, how can I adapt the ski around her? The pain that she must have been in was just, it had to be horrendous.
Usually when I'm finished skiing, I have to go to the chiropractor and go to physio and get worked on in order to be able to ski again. So when we first started planning the heli skiing adventure, it was during the summertime and I was going through a lot of issues with my spine. And it's just because of the scoliosis curve is quite severe. So we weren't even really sure if we could do the heli skiing project or if I would make it to April. That's kind of been another worry in this whole heli skiing project, is whether or not I will be able to hold up to it physically.
Then you're going to be okay as long as you have a headrest, so your neck in the helicopter doesn't go back.
Yeah.
So Scott's going to put one on your chair,
Yeah.
and then you see Keith,
Yeah.
and you see me when you get back, and
Okay.
have so much fun.
I will. It's gonna be crazy.
It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy fun. Just take it
Yes.
in. Try to enjoy it while it's happening.
I will. Alright.
Good luck.
Thank you all so much. This season was the first time that I've skied powder. So we ended up getting powder skis adapted for the sit ski. So we managed to work through that. The second question was, how are we going to be able to get in and out of the heli? Scott came up with this design where there are actually 3 pins in the bucket now, and he can just pull those pins out, and then it will the whole seat will come off of the sit ski with me in it, and then the rest of the sit ski can go into the basket. I have been in a helicopter when I was first born, like a minute old. They had to transfer me to Calgary for intensive care. But other than that, no, I've never been in a helicopter.
I was saying all these years people were asking me, Rudy, do you remember a special day? And I could never answer it. Today was my best day, heliski. It was just so nice to see the smile on that girl's face, to see how excited she is to be up there.
Oh, that was epic! Oh my gosh! I'll never forget getting out of the heli and being pushed over to the edge and looking at the mountains and just that feeling of being on top of the world. At that moment, I really let go of all of that hurt that I carried. I'm more concerned about what I'm able to do and what I'm able to experience. My message would be, and it sounds so cliche, but never give up and never stop chasing your dreams.